Hi guys, today we're going to talk about Meghan Markle's podcast. As usual, I'm going to give my opinion on that. I'm not going to talk too much about what's in it. I'm just going to do like a short summary of what they're talking about. In this episode, Meghan Markle talks about the dichotomy between good wife, bad wife, and good mom, bad mom, exploring all the nuances, the judgment behind them. So she has a discussion with First Lady of Canada, Sophie Trudeau, as well as Pamela Adlon, who is a producer, writer, and a TV show. Also, she speaks to Sam Jay. They talk about the pressure on women to be perfect, whether as a wife, partner, or mother. She starts off with Sophie Trudeau, and she talks about the idea of being free for women. And basically, what I liked about this is when Sophie Trudeau spoke about what it means to be free. Some people see being free as being free from the world, but actually is being free in this world. I'm not going to go deep in that, but I think it resonates with me. So you live in a world and you want to have freedom within it. You don't want to be free from the world. You want to be free inside the environment you live in. I think that's how I interpreted that. Then she spoke with Sam Adlon, who is a writer, producer of her own show. I think she's the voice of a cartoon. And she talks about her life as a mother. She explains how her dad died young, trying to make ends meet, and that her mom had to work to keep the family together. And she says that both parents had instilled in her and her siblings a great work ethic, that she works hard for what she has and she works hard for what she believes in. It's very interesting talking about the bad mom, the good mom, and the guilt that comes with having children and not being able to do what we can, to do more than we can for them, and the guilt that we have when I say we, I'm talking about women, right? We have to make a choice between going to work and staying home. She's saying that sometimes women put too much pressure on themselves and disallow other people to put pressure on them. So if you say to yourself that, okay, I am a human being, I have flaws, I'm a mother, but I'm a good enough mother. I can't become a perfect mother. Perfection is not attainable. You can try as much as you like, you're not going to make it. So what I liked about this conversation here is it's very inclusive, right? They talk about things relating to women within the spectrum of identity, of relationship, if you see what I mean, right? And also the fact that we're hearing three women at different stages of parenthood. For example, here you have Meghan Markle, who has just become a mom. She has 2 children under the age of 4. Then you have Sophie Trudeau, who is a mother, a seasoned mother, I would say, and has children that are older than, I think, 10 years old. And then you had Pamela Adlon, who is a mom to grown-up girls. They are in their 20s. So it's good to have different perspective at different stages of the motherhood, which is what I really liked here. Some people might think that they're not going to be able to relate because they're not mothers yet. In a sense, it's true, but it's good preparation for what is to come. It means that if you're thinking about having children, this conversation between women who've had children who are at different stages will prepare you maybe for not what to expect per se, because they don't go into details of what the role of the mother is, but the challenges or how to make it easy for yourself. So this is what I liked about this podcast of Meghan Markle. She talked about the roles of partners in a relationship, whether in a same-sex relationship or in a straight relationship, talking about how supportive one has to be to the partner. And sometimes people have expectations that are different because of different background and culture and stuff like that. So what I liked also here is that Meghan Markle spoke about her own personal life. I'm not going to talk about it here. You have to go and listen. But it's quite refreshing to hear about that, to hear about her life. And I think it was quite endearing. It was really good to hear Meghan. And we got to hear Doria. I'm not going to tell you in which context. I'm sure that you might have read about that elsewhere, but it's great to actually listen to that little conversation that she had with Meghan Markle, and that shows the bond that there is between the two women. So some people say it was quite interesting, and I loved Sophie Trudeau. I understand that she could not talk too much because she might have known that people would have picked on every little single thing that she would have said, because her husband is still in power in Canada, so she has to be careful what she says. But she was very good at conveying her feelings when it comes to freedom, motherhood, and things like that. And I'm glad to see that she's very supportive of Meghan Markle and they have the great relationship. So yes, please go and listen to this podcast. I summed it up. I didn't talk about everything. It's really interesting for any person, whether women who had children and who want to reflect on her experience, or women who are about to have children and want to know or have opinions of other women on how hard or how easy it was to raise a child. Meghan Markle gave nuggets about Archie and Little Bed. I love this. People will say, oh yes, she's invading her own privacy. No, she's not invading her own privacy. Privacy is the ability to share what you want with the public, which is exactly what Meghan Markle is doing. So yeah, great podcast. I loved it. So you can go and listen to it, support the Duchess, and also don't forget to vote for the People's Choice Awards because her podcast has been nominated and we really need the Duchess to win. So yeah, brilliant podcast again, Meghan Markle. Thank you very much. I hope there's a second season. If not, I wish this podcast was with image, it was in video form rather than in podcast itself, because it's not lacking anything, right? But I think that it would have been an add-on, a good bonus to all of us to see the people talk, to see the images. So let me know what you think. Hope you like the video. Feel free to click on like if it's the case, subscribe for more videos and click on the notification bell to be notified when I post a new video. Thank you.